Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here. So I got a new gun to do a video on. This is an A&K ACR. I got this in what you could call a trade, I guess. One of the employees down at Assault Airsoft, he had this and I really wanted it. You know, ACR. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's tan, not black. Now, I considered hydro dipping it. If I did that, I would have to take the thing completely apart. I'd have to send or take locally the handguard, the upper, the lower, the mag catch, the selector switch, and the stock. Everything that's tan would need to be black or some like Cryptek or some gray or something cool besides tan. That's quite expensive, so I considered just doing spray paint and just taking the handguard off and spray painting that. Obviously, I'd have to take the gearbox out to spray paint the lower and the little tiny parts that are tan, and then the gun would be sticky because of the finish, and it wouldn't last very long, so I'm not going to use standard spray paint. I might use real gun paint. I was recommended to do that, so I'm either going to do that or I'm not going to paint it at all, and I'm just going to keep it tan and just deal with it. So I got this basically, the guy, he said you can take it for $25, and I was like, that's retarded cheap. And then he said 30, and I was like, dude, I'll just give you 40. And then James ended up talking to him and saying, hey, just give him your SR7 to work on. So he gave me his SR7 right here. And basically what I did is I actually threw a brand new SHS 12-1 set in here. I don't think he was expecting upgrades, and I actually told him that I threw a brand new 12-1 set in here. I gave him a brand new 7.4 LiPo. He has like I think he has two 9.6s, so I gave him this. He'll just use the Field's LiPo charger, so he doesn't need to buy his own. So he'll be able to charge that up fine. So I did that, and the wiring was all messed up because KWA's wiring sucks. So I had a KWA back wiring bullet connector part, so I used that, and it's in much better shape than the old one. This gun is 4 years old, so it has a KWA motor. He said that the original one went bad, so they put a new one in here. It's not a bad motor. KWA motors aren't bad, but he's actually buying a Crytek. He's buying an LVOA that has an upgraded motor, and he is giving, and the guy that he's buying it from is giving him, his name's Little Z, giving Little Z the old Crytek motor, so he wanted me to put the Crytek motor in here. So when I go to take this to him at the field, he said he's going to have the Crytek, which is in 2 weeks. He said I'll have the Crytek motor, and I'm going to put that in there for him. And the trigger response will go up. The rate of fire will probably go down. So here it is. So that's completely stock everything. I think it's just an Apex piston, and then the 12-1 gears now. That's it. FPS is 320 with the .2, and I put Sorbo pad in there, so it's a little bit quieter. He does have an amp on the end, though. Okay, so back to this gun. Basically, this is what I got. Now, I put a Mad Bull amplifier on here and a 552 holographic. It's missing the back pin, but it doesn't need the back pin. It doesn't need the back pin because the stock is also held on by the top pin. Now, upgrades to it. I put a Aries. I basically, since I HPA'd the Elite Force M4 that I had, I took the Aries gearbox out, and I used the upgrades from that and put it in this. So we have the Aries motor, we have a SHS 13-1 gear set, got a sector chip on there, we have the stock nozzle, stock cylinder head with Sorbo, stock tappet plate, M110 ZCI spring that's used, so it's not brand new, it's already broken in. This actually has a QD gearbox shell, so I'm like, dang, that's nice. So I'm keeping the gearbox shell. It's actually pretty beefy, no micro cracks on it, so that's wonderful. And I also have a Hulk FET. Now, the Hulk FET thing is kind of a long story. Basically, I got a bunch of MOSFETs, and they sucked. I installed 3 out of 4 of them into one gun, and they all fried. And then I had to send them back to the owner, and then the owner basically refused to refund me because he said I installed them wrong when I installed every single one of them correctly besides one, which I just swapped the Deans on. It was the wrong polarity, which did not fry the MOSFET. In fact, that was the first MOSFET I put in, and it lasted the longest, which was about 200 cycles. And then they melted. So yeah, I don't see what the issues is. I've installed 15 Sigma FETs and have had no issues installing them because their wires are black and red. They're color coded instead of these are green and white. So I think that's why it calls them the Hulk FET. Green and white, and then the signal wire's purple. So it's the same thing goes for this. Weird colors, but he actually includes a little instruction manual. So I just looked at that and I was like, oh, okay, now I know what to do. That was it. And then there's also an Aries metal rack piston in here. So he sent us 4 MOSFETs after months. James had to get on his case too because he wouldn't listen to me. So we got 4 of the MOSFETs. Threw one of them in here, and it's been 600, 700 cycles, and it hasn't even heated up. And he changed them. This is his Gen 2, and they have a TVS protection, so voltage protection. Good job. Good MOSFET. So I installed it. This was the second one I put in. The one I cut the wires length. It was too short, but I can throw that in probably an AK. That would probably fit in an AK with the wire length. Maybe. It might be useless, but I had bought 2, and James bought 2, so I have 1 in here. Technically, I don't have any more James's, but I'll put those in customers' guns and sell them for James. Probably won't put any in his guns, because I don't think he has a gun that needs one. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and shoot this. I am using stick 11.1 LiPos. I have 2 of those, so those were for my PTW, but I'm getting rid of my PTW. Trying to sell that for $400. I know that's quite a lot, but at 7 mags. It's missing a stock, missing a flash hider, no optics. As a URX4 rail, it's got a JG high torque motor. It's got a brand new Etny kit it'll come with, and it's a dual sector gear. And then it's got some system of cylinder parts and RWA hop-up stuff. So $400 shipped is fair. So safety works. Just going to take the handguard off. So again, stick lipo, Dean's. This is the Hulk FET. It looks pretty unclean. It looks like a taffy. You know what I mean? Taffy wrapper. But it has not heated up at all. So props to the guy that made these, the Gen 2s. Actually, I don't know if he makes them. I think this company sends him the parts and then he assembles it. So I think that's what he does. For stock motor, nice torque, no neomagnets. Okay, full auto. Okay, that is 27 rounds a second. Okay, it's quick enough. And it does feed at that rate of fire. I do have a sector chip on there, and it shoots 360 FPS if I didn't already say so. So, yep, that's the ACR. Is this going to be an indoor or an outdoor gun? I don't know. This is probably going to be more along the lines of a, not a rental, but a loaner gun. So if I know somebody that wants to play airsoft and they don't have a gun to use, this is probably the one I'll throw them towards them. I know it's an upgraded gun, you know. Whoever gets the chance to borrow this from me is very lucky because it's pretty dank. So, works really well. If I use this, it'll probably be outdoors. Indoors, it's a little long for indoors, especially with the amp on it. But I may try to use it, especially with the holographic. I'll be able to, you know, just aim at the dot and shoot at people indoors. So that's quick acquisition. So yeah. So if you have any questions, comment below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you think I should paint it or if you know any ways of painting a gun a certain color and getting it to stick would be nice because spray paint just doesn't seem to stick very long. So. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.